All praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shine. Let's get into this video.
Of the United Kingdom, King of the United Kingdom, has officially announced the rollout of digital ID.
My ministers will also proceed with the introduction of digital ID that will modernize how citizens interact with public services.
The King of the Commonwealth himself is now backing the digital identification system that many warned was coming for years. And if it's happening in the UK, it's only a matter of time before it comes to Australia, Canada, and the rest of the Commonwealth nations. This is no longer a conspiracy theory. This is real. This is happening right now. Digital ID, AI surveillance, face tracking cameras, mass data collection, 4K monitoring systems. The dystopian future people laughed about is now being built in front of our very eyes. Governments around the world are moving towards a system where your identity, movement, finances, and online access become increasingly centralized and monitored. This is massive news. Share this video far and wide. People need to understand what is coming. God bless the world. King.
Right, so as you can see, the King of England or UK, right, Slovakia, has declared that the digital ID will be a thing, that it's going to be in place whether people like it or not. And if you don't know, a few months ago, Keir Starmer actually was pretty adamant about having the digital ID being rolled out. And there is even a petition with 2 million people that actually signed against it. And even then, that petition wasn't even enough, and they were still rolling on with it. Eventually, Keir Starmer, out of nowhere, did back off. Right? But now we have it to where the ruler of the UK, I forgot what this dude's name is, but he was in the next line, I believe, after Queen Elizabeth died. Basically, he is to declare the digital ID to, well, be enforced. And this time, no amount of petition or just out of nowhere stepping back is going to stop this digital ID. This digital ID is coming, and it's going to come, honestly, probably this year. And it's very interesting that this digital ID is coming out this year, because not too long ago we just had an announcement of Elon Musk's Neuralink beginning mass production this year. Now we have the king, I believe the King of UK, maybe a week later, declared that a digital ID is rolling out. So if you connect two and two together, right, eventually that digital ID will be the CHIP. Right? Now let's get out of scripture. It says, don't let anyone deceive you in any way. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Don't let anyone deceive you in any way, for that day will not come till the rebellion occurs, and the man of lawlessness is revealed, the man doomed to destruction. Right? And we know that really the man of lawlessness is Esau Edom. And Esau Edom is doomed to destruction. However, we know that that day of Esau's destruction won't happen until this CHIP is enforced. Right? Let's get another scripture. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. He causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads. For we bring out the scripture many times, but honestly, it's very relevant right now, because eventually this will be in the hand or in the forehead, right? With these people implementing the digital ID. Under the digital ID system, you're not going to be able to buy or sell without it. And the digital ID itself may not be the CHIP, but it'll eventually become the CHIP. Or, by the time the digital ID is released, it actually could just be this CHIP coming along right in it. Depending on what crisis, depending on how this polycrisis is going to come along, right? Or there could be a very short window where at first it's the digital ID, and then what ends up happening is the CHIP comes immediately right after, right? I'm not sure, only Yahweh knows. right? But we do know that regardless, the Sihib must come before the coming of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. So we do know that there is a polycrisis. We do have the hantavirus and other polycrisis like the economic crisis, economic collapse, energy lockdown. So we don't know exactly how it's going to play out, but we do know it's going to play out eventually to the result of the Siha being enforced. It says, 1 John chapter 2, verse 18, Little children, it is the last time, as ye have heard, the Antichrist shall come. Even now there are many Antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time, right? We do know that there are many Antichrists, where a lot of people against the word are also Antichrist. Esau is the Antichrist. So we do know that in this coming days, it's going to be full of Antichrists, especially those who take the Sihib, right? And you have the elect who won't take the Sihib. So there's definitely going to be a split between those who do good for the Lord and those who have sided their way with Satan with the ways of Esau. So honestly, pray to be the elect. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh. And if you are the elect, then good, but just pray that you may pass the hour of temptation. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Hope this thus will edifying to the hopeful elect and elect. Just keep praying, brethren. For this day's coming soon. We're almost out of here. Abad Babal Shalom.